Hey there. Welcome to another informative video. Have you heard the recent news about Trump and how he has offered big oil companies a deal if they contribute $1 billion to his campaign? Now, what if the air we breathe and the water we drink were mere commodities, traded and profited from, without any regard for the long-term consequence or the public's interest? This might sound like a political thriller or a corrupt country far away, but recent events have shown that it is not too far from the truth right here in the USA. Consider, for instance, the revelations from a recent dinner at Mar-a-Lago, where former President Donald Trump promised top U.S. oil executives to scrap environmental regulations and increase oil drilling in public lands, all in exchange for a hefty sum of $1 billion in campaign donations. That doesn't sound right, does it? It's like someone offered to sell your house without your approval or benefit. This highly questionable transactional pitch has raised alarms among environmental groups and many watchdog organizations who are concerned about the potential implications for bribery and quid pro quo. It's a stark contrast to the current Biden administration, which has been making significant strides towards public health and clean energy. They've passed major climate legislation and invested in renewable energy sources, but all these efforts could be undone if Trump were to return to office and follow through on his promises. All for his benefit and profits for the large companies who are already making record profits. It's not just the environment that's at stake here. This is also about the influence of money in politics. It's about equality. It's about having a government, especially a commander-in-chief, that puts the people's interests above their own. The same billionaires who spent more than double the amount of Joe Biden's campaign in the 2020 election are now preparing for a possible second Trump term. They have everything to gain from another Trump term, and if you've been paying attention, you know what I'm talking about. Watch my other video about Project 2025. They're drafting executive orders ready to be signed the minute he returns to office. Another aspect to consider is the impact on the economy. After the COVID pandemic, we saw inflation soar and the prices of goods and services skyrocket. This was largely due to the oil and gas prices being falsely inflated. In fact, Trump himself admitted to having conversations with Saudi Arabia and other oil producers to jack up their prices. These actions not only hurt the Biden administration's efforts to stabilize our economy, but they also hit everyone in the country in the wallet. The high cost of living became a burden for the average American, making it clear that the influence of money in politics reaches far beyond the political sphere and into our everyday lives. The question we need to ask ourselves is this: is our environment a commodity to be bought and sold for the benefit of one person? Or is it a shared resource, one that we all need to protect for future generations? The choices we make today will determine the kind of world we live in and leave behind for our children and grandchildren. In conclusion, as the lines between politics, business, and environmental protection become increasingly blurred, it's essential to stay informed and make our voices heard at the ballot box. The environment is not up for sale, and it's up to us to ensure it never becomes a bargaining chip in the hands of those who put profit before the people and the planet. Thanks for watching this video. Please help me out by subscribing to my channel and watching more of my content. Until next time, keep learning and live your best life.